Week 2 of the Champions League throws up some interesting contests. Shaka, Ali and Robbo here alongside me to look ahead to those games. A lot of information to digest, I know, but there is one game that really stands out, certainly for me, on the Wednesday, Barcelona against Inter Milan, Robbo. It's going to be interesting.
It certainly is. Inter have to play particularly well. They weren't very good against Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague pressed them high up the field. Inter struggled to get out. They had to go long. Lukaku then didn't hold up the play in that game. And Antonio Conte has been criticised heavily when he was at Juventus, when he was at Chelsea, for not doing well in the Champions League, not doing well in Europe. So he's got to prove in this game that he can compete with the best in Europe. Barcelona not at their best, but I still think they have enough against an Inter Milan side who've done brilliantly in terms of points, but haven't played particularly well in their performances in Serie A.
Because you're a bit old, Shaka, I'm going to show you that graphic again, just so you can digest it a little more. I would suggest Spurs against Bayern Munich, also a massive game.
Yeah, listen, it is, especially given the struggles of Spurs and Pochettino starting to question attitudes within his own dressing room. And Bayern Munich continue to battle on two fronts. I think they've been better over recent weeks, but that's the only other game that really jumps out as a significant contest with some repercussions.
I am shocked, Shaka, having seen your power rankings, that you do not have Lokomotiv Moscow against Atletico Madrid.
Nah.
Given that you had Lokomotiv Moscow in your top 10, did you not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and Atletico Madrid as well.
Yeah.
In fact, Atletico Madrid below Lokomotiv Moscow. Okay.
Just back to the Barcelona game. Interesting.
Well, it's going to be interesting as to what version of Barcelona we get.
Yep.
And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of role Griezmann plays. No Messi, I assume, would mean that Antoine Griezmann would have the free role to kind of run whatever he wants to go. And then who would play that third attacking position? Is it Ousmane Dembele coming back from injury? Is it Ansu Fati, who has done relatively well early on this year? There are a lot of questions for Barcelona, but regardless of what they do in the attacking half, they have to be much better out of the midfield with their possession, more dynamic in that possession of the ball, and of course they have to be much better defensively in 1v1 situations.
Robbo, your thoughts? Spurs against Bayern Munich?
I think Spurs will actually turn up and play. This is the sort of game that those players that maybe want to get away or was trying to sign new contracts, this is the sort of game with a home crowd, a fervent crowd. They'll press the ball high up the field. They'll stop Bayern Munich playing out from the back. And I think actually on this occasion, Spurs will play well. They've been inconsistent this season. They'll play like they did against Crystal Palace a couple of weeks ago. I think they'll just about win the game.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.